Following the ruling by the Supreme Court on the freedom of association for the lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender and queer LGBTQ community through registering NGOs, policy analyst Arnold Maliba says it's a result of the Constitution contradicting itself.
And then, there is a controversy and a contradiction in our laws. It's not straight. Because somewhere the Constitution talks about marriage being between a man and a woman. But then the Constitution does not speak about, does not define what sex is in our context as a society. With the religious bodies weighing in on the matter slamming the Supreme Court ruling, Maliba opines that Kenyans shouldn't be surprised. But why? To start a church. It's so difficult for anyone to start a church. Just go and look at the guidelines on how someone can start a church now. Very difficult. But do you know, if you wanted to start an NGO or any organization that supports LGBTQ or anything else, it wouldn't be difficult. It's straightforward.
Funny things being registered in the name of cults, and they cannot register churches.
With former head of state Uhuru Kenyatta and current President William Ruto having been categorical or not supporting the recognition of the LGBTQs in the country, what does this ruling then mean to President Ruto?
Treated differently or abused because of who they love is wrong.
But there are some things that we must admit we don't share. Our culture, our societies don't accept. It's very difficult for us to be able to impose on people that which they themselves do not accept.
We do not want to create a mountain out of a molehill. This is not a big issue for the people of Kenya. When it becomes a big issue for the people of Kenya will make a choice.
Here we have got an evangelical president, the prayer warrior of the nation. I don't think we've seen as prayerful a president before as him. So a religious president, now people that are backing up his prayer movement are evangelicals who are opposed to this particular policy. So I see it as a challenge to William Ruto. I don't think he's sitting in an easy place. Homa Bay Town Legislator Opondo Kaluma has already indicated intentions to criminalize LGBTQ through legislation, a move that has already received backing by a section of legislators.
That is the devil himself at work, and we are not going to allow that. It is un-African, and it is un-African, and it is unbiblical. And that's why God made Adam and Eve. And that's the way to go.
Kutumia akili ile ya Afrika ile yetu, ile ya kienyeji. Si ni makosa kubwa sana dunia hii. So tunasema condemn. Hatutakubali practices kama hizo sikuje hapa Kenya, sana sikuje kwa watu wetu. Hatutakubali. Policy analysts however argue that it's not a solution since the Supreme Court ruling did not legitimize same-sex marriage. This will actually call for us to go back probably to a referendum to change the constitution, and I do not think that Parliament as is today or Kenya as is presently, you can actually try and have such laws being put in our constitution. It's not possible. Assertions that the ruling could be as a result of international pressure have also been quashed, with those questioning the coincidence of USA's First Lady Jill Biden visiting the country when the ruling was being made, being told the Supreme Court had no other option. That I do not think the US First Lady's visit to Kenya is the reason why this is happening. It's not. The ruling by the Supreme Court now opens a conversation on same-sex marriages, with courts made to have an audit of the Constitution by specifically giving a definition of the word sex without shying away. Joel Chacha, K24 TV, Nairobi.